let's begin.
What are you doing, Aloy? This path leads to the cut. The Banuk have nothing to offer besides useless mysticism. The Eclipse won't stand idle while you waste time playing in the snow. Return to your desk.
Surprised you're still checking up on me. I thought you had moved on.
Well, forgive me for still being concerned with the fate of the world.
I was thinking, Banuk shamans thread blue cables through their skin, right? Kind of like someone else we know, huh? So maybe the real reason you want me to stay clear of the Banuk is to stay clear of your past.
It's not the past that concerns me, Aloy. It's the future. Or possible lack thereof. Which is why you should stop prattling and get back to what matters. But as usual, you'll do it in a rush.
Touchy.
Fuck.
Should have brought a cart. Okay, that's a welcome, I guess.
You sure you'll be warm enough up here, Nora?
I've worked up a sweat from the climb.
You made it to the cut, Outlander.
Not that you'll stay long.
This is Song's Edge, biggest settlement in the cut.
Okay.
Smoke rising from the mountain. And the village, too. What's it for?
To be Banuk is to know that death may rise up to meet you at any moment. Trust that our hunters knew this.
In times like these.
The raid's been going wrong.
Must be something big going on. Most of the village is moving towards that smoke.
Our shaman has abandoned us. Our chieftain has led our best to their deaths. Where should we find hope now?
May the song of the lost echo.
Get ready for a rare sight, Nora. Bergrand, purveyor of necessities. Most of the time, the Banuk burn their dead. But not today.
Yeah, basically.
Because the bodies couldn't be recovered.
Aye, a nasty business. All their best warriors lost. So they're getting a different kind of send-off.
I feel vibrating with the controller.
Grasp your grief, my hunters, and kill it! For our kin sees the fate all Banuk long for. Falling with their spears striking steel. Their struggle is over now. You have witnessed their spirits rise up into the blue sky and beyond to the blue light. But our struggle is only beginning. Soon, we will again take up the hunt against the daemon that frenzies the machines against us. And so I ask you, can you summon the courage of our fallen kin? Will you fight and die as well as they did?
My courage! My spear!
Our blood is in your teeth, Aratak!
We are Banuk. Our enemies. Our prey.
The daemon. That frenzies the machines.
Machines that wiped out their best. And what do they want to do? Go back up there. Fools. A little advice. For free.
Aloy.
Aloy. I've been up here for 2 long winters, and I still can't make sense of the Banuk. Take this ruckus. It started with one of their shamans, Aurea, spouting on about spirits and daemons up on Thunder's drum. So they march their Warwick up there, and half of them get slaughtered by machines. When Aurea vanished, I thought the crazy might have gone with her, but no. Here's Big Aratak, gearing them up to do it all over again.
Have you ever heard of a man named Silence? Tall, deadly serious, cables in his skin? Like a shaman?
I've heard that name once or twice, but always whispered. Like some boogeyman the Banuk want to forget. I'm not sure what went down, but I got the impression he messed with the Conclave. Or they messed with him.
Conclave?
All the most important shamans gather in Banur from time to time to keep up with the latest mumbo-jumbo. No idea how they all fit into one tent without those crazy headdresses getting locked up on each other. Aurea's been to that shindig, but when I asked her what it's like, she just gave me a dirty look. So if you want to know more, you'll have to find her and make her like you, I guess. Good luck.
I want to know more about this daemon.
It's crazy talk, Aloy.
Or there's something to it. Something connected to how the machines behave.
Then you need to find Aurea. She was last seen headed for the mountains they call the Ice Rafts. I've heard only the shamans know the trail beyond those frozen peaks. But I do know where you could find her apprentice, Naltuk. He went north of the river, chasing rumors.
Rumors?
Not the good kind. Sudden attacks in the snow. Strange new structures. Some say a new machine, like no one's seen before.
Well, now I'm definitely interested. Thanks for the talk, Bergrand.
Don't mention it.
I wonder if Aratak can tell me more about Aurea or Thunder's drum. Might be worth a shot.
I do not want to hear this talk from you again. Doubt is heavier than a week's snow.
Forgive me, my chieftain. We will be ready for the next attempt.
But this will not be an attempt. It must be done. Do you understand?
My chieftain.
Good. Outlander, I suppose you wish to speak?
There are other Weraks in Song's Edge too?
Yes. The village has its own life for all Banuk who need trade or shelter. After the war ended, it sprang up from what was once a campsite, quick as the bloom between frosts. Perhaps it will last, until the Karja seek war again.
This daemon you talked about.
If you are hardy enough, you can venture out and see the signs yourself. It has changed the machines, made them fiercer, stronger.
But what is it?
A matter for the shamans to debate.
Did your Warwick come from this place?
No, we rallied most of our hunters from across Banuk to face the threat of the demon. But I was born here and stayed to fight the Karja when others retreated into the mountains. A few of my old warriors remained with me, those who survived.
You're set on going back to the mountain?
I put my word to it.
Even with the risks being so great?
The risk of what? Death? It would be a worse fate to bow our heads to the challenge and say too much.
Aurea knows about this Damon. Where would I talk to her?
She does a shaman's work. That is not for the eyes and ears of others. Certainly not an Outlander's.
Well, I guess that's it then.
Good. I prefer deeds to words.
Right.
Prick.
Even if I cared to travel south. Deep in, silenced by rising waters.
You seem sad, stranger. I heard you mention a flood?
Yes. A sudden deluge, without rain or melt to explain it. I'm Laolai, the drummer of Deep Din. Or at least I was, until it disappeared under the waters.
Deep Din. What's that?
A hollow, carved out by the old ones. A chamber, a basin, and a musical instrument all at once. My life, my calling. I'd explain it by playing for you if I could. But its pipes are deep under the water now.
A flood without rain. That is strange. Where is this place? I'll have a look if I'm in the area.
Just northwest of here. Look all you like, but I don't see what good it'll do. The floodwaters aren't going anywhere. How does one ask a river to relent?
Never known one of our...
Blue gleam, huh? Interesting.
Paintings to disappoint.
Everyone has a skill they perform better than anyone else. Trick is finding and cultivating it.
I'd have to ditch something.
Damn near some fog is as thick as the snow in the... Some say Sakuli.
Alright, Guess I'm going down there.
It's sad to see it travel. Okay, if I want to learn more about how this daemon affects the machines, I've got to find Araya. And to do that, I need to talk to her.
Outlander,
apprentice,
wait,
who followed
wait
the
a
river
moment.
north.
That weapon of yours, Outlander, that spear, I can see the blue light upon it.
This? It was made by an acquaintance of mine.
Ah, a shaman.
No. More of a tinker?
A tinker does not understand the spark in the metal, the song in the metal like this. But it could be improved upon, modified with the help of the old ones. Far north of here, there is a cave, a shaft in the snow. Within it is a nest of metal birds. Find a bird that hasn't been stripped by shamans past. Look for a rail inside it, the length of your spear. That's all I can tell you.
Get a rail from some metal birds in a cave. Sounds perfectly normal.
Oh, goody. Way the fuck out there.
Any news from the hunt?
The herd isn't roaming far from the camp.
Keep them together this time.
Then we wait. But I bet.
Shame a woman became Sunhawk of the Lodge.
Outlanders.
But at least she did it to
Guard
honor the men of her
Outlanders.
house. Could go for a drink and a bite.
A woman atop the Hunter's Lodge. Never thought I'd see that sunrise.
Bergren said Araya's apprentice went north of the river. Hopefully not too far. Tough, but I'm used to it. Fresh as it comes.
Kalana Khan Padish, Sun Hog of the Hunter's Lodge.
Bergren said Araya's apprentice went north of the river. Hopefully not too far. A Tallneck? What did it take to knock one of those over? Encased in ice. It fell a long time ago. But the scavengers have just gotten started. More than equipped to take you on. The last of the scavengers. Should scan the Tallneck. See how deep the damage goes. It looks like the scavengers ripped out 3 major parts. If I could bring them back, maybe I could even reactivate it. Get at what's inside its head.
I was gonna say, yeah, their shit looks a little weird, to say the least. Still get the upper hand.
part seems intact. Till next. Tough. That hurt it. Got their attention. That's it. I'm already gone. One of the tall next parts. It's heavy. It's on to me. piece.
And down we go.
Well, that fits. Sure hope it works. Well, it's in better shape than it was. Okay, I'm right. I just need to get the power flowing through it again. And if I'm wrong, at least no one's watching. It should wake you up. Easy now. Easy! Right, it's never easy. Climb that tall neck again. I'll need to find higher ground. This should be a good spot to get it onto the top. Breeze through the trees. I'll do what I have to. I think I can leap onto the tall neck from here. Okay, time to climb up to its head.
Alright, there we go.
That must be Naltuk, looking out at that tower. It looks like it's sending out a pulse or signal. Naltuk?
Who are you? How did you find me?
Bergrand told me you'd be out here.
He's persistent. I've told that Oseram 1,000 times. I don't need to buy anything.
And I'm not selling. I just need to find Araya.
Well, you won't. She's gone where only shamans can tread. She seeks guidance from the voice in the blue light. That is her task. And the task she gave me is to observe the daemon's work. To stop it spreading, if I can. But what can I do about these towers? In only a few weeks, they've sprouted throughout the cut. The daemon's energy pulses from them. Rallies the machines, even repairs them.
Aratak said this daemon was frenzying machines.
Look there. Those with the purple markings. They belong to the daemon. They're stronger, more dangerous.
I've seen something like this before. A corruption. But it wasn't from your daemon.
You have? Well, then you know more than I do. These towers, were they part of your corruption?
No. Those are new to me too.
Like I said, they empower the daemon's machines. They must be stopped.
Will you tell me where Araya went?
You ask a lot of questions.
Only when I'm not getting the answers I need.
There's but one voice Araya wants to hear right now, and it isn't yours. I'm sorry.
All right. You want to stop the spread of the daemon's work? I know how to get started. With my bow and spear.
Outlander, wait. Won't you tell me your name?
Aloy.
Good. If you fall to the daemon's machines, at least I can properly recount your efforts to Araya.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. But I won't fall. And when I'm done, you're gonna tell me where she is. Hunting. Nearby machines. But it can be destroyed.
Hell yeah, I can.
Now we know how to deal with the machines in the towers. The daemon's next.
Perhaps Araya should meet you after all. What she truly seeks is hope. After what I just saw, you could show her that. She's in retreat beyond those mountains, the ice rasps. You'll have to walk the shaman's path to get there. You'll know you've reached the end when you come to a shrine. A great machine covered in blue gleam. Shamans who complete the path take a piece of it as reward. If you make it that far, you should too. You'll have earned it.
You said something about blue gleam at the end of the shaman's path?
A crystal that builds on the bodies of machines in the oldest ice. We Banuk believe it's the stuff of the blue light, frozen as it escapes their shells. You might be more interested that merchants will trade well for it.
Bergren told me you're Araya's apprentice.
In her absence, I serve the chieftain and his werak as an advisor, a scout, a speaker for the blue light.
A lot of responsibilities.
I don't know if I can live up to Araya's example, but I have to try. I owe her that much. She took a chance on me. An aspiring shaman from the edge of the world. No one else would.
Were you with Araya when they attacked the mountain?
I wish I had been, even with all that happened. I'm no warrior, though, so she bid me wait. When Araya and the chieftain returned, I saw them argue bitterly. I don't know what about exactly. Then she came to me, gave me my task, and left us.
How do I cross this shaman's path?
Go to the ice rasps. Then follow the markers through the ice caves and the waterfalls, and make the climb to the shrine. But be careful. The path is meant to be an ordeal, the final trial of a young shaman's training.
And I'll find Araya at the end of it?
No. She goes further up, somewhere inside the mountain. If you see her, would you tell her, I have faith she will hear the voice again.
Ribbon.
All right, I guess I'm off to the ice rasps to find this shaman's path. Sorry to spoil your fun. This must be the ruined Lao. I was talking about. Deep in. Flooded too, like she said. Snap moss. Probably came from somewhere upriver. Follow the river, find its source. Seems simple enough. Must be the entrance to this skin. Cold. Very cold. I get it.
Return to silver.
These mountains must be the ice rasps. The shaman's path begins somewhere up above. There. That must be where the water's coming from. Looks like something the old ones built.
Missing joyride.
Well, somebody wanted in. Nearly blew this entire ledge off just to get through the door.
Flooding detected. Evacuation recommended. Overflow basin compromised.
The overflow basin. Is that the din? Looks like a control center. What happened in here to start the water flowing? And there's our troublemaker. Doesn't seem to be as good at getting out as he is at getting in.
Alright, so okay, like how do we want to start this farewell thingy? We might be the last Satchel people to ever see this place. Yeah. Heads, heels,
Intake tower malfunction. Drainage system offline. That's probably not good news. Looks like most of the facility is underwater. How did this happen? Another holographic interface. There must be some kind of code. Maybe I should try scanning objects in this area. The lock positions. Helpful. A piece is missing. Not getting in here without it. I should be able to shut this place down from here. I should be able to shut this place down from here. Someone made a mess of this. If I had the right parts, I'll bet I could get it working again. That Oseram must have forced his way through here.
I've become trapped somehow! I'll buy the forge. I'm pleased to hear another person stumbling about in here. This blasted door is stuck! This is the perfect opportunity to do a good deed and clear your conscience for whatever cruelties you may have committed. Unless you're not one of those snack moths I saw outside, are you?
Are you all right?
You don't know how happy you just made me. For a moment, I thought my fire was snuffed. My forge gone cold. But nope, nope. Not old Gildan.
You're... welcome? Wait. Start from the beginning. What are you doing down here?
Ow! My apologies. When you mostly talk to yourself, you can tell your stories in whatever order you like. There's an artifact in that storage room I simply must acquire. But as you may have noticed, the door won't budge. I took one of those roundish, ringy what's-its from the wall beside the door. No luck. So I had to go with that panel with the button. Even less luck. My gentle experimentation caused the chamber to... flood a little. So I pushed the button again, perhaps a little too enthusiastically. Sparks and smoke. Now, obviously, I came here to investigate. My
fucking idiot.
Cautious footsteps may have contributed slightly to the collapse of a bridge. And when the bridge began to collapse, I may have, for the sake of expedience, abandoned the cumbersome ringy what's-it to the waves. By the time I thought to give up the endeavor, the door had closed behind me. And thusly do we come to the present moment.
You said something about an artifact?
Indeed. That storage room is brimming with treasures from the old ones, but one in particular caught my eye. An intricate looking glass. I've only seen one such device before. My old mom brought one back for me from wherever she'd gone to that time. I remember holding it, staring into its face, seeing myself and my mother just over my shoulder, smiling.
And one of these looking glasses. It's in the storage room.
Oh, yes. I'm quite sure. I peered into that dim little chamber, and there it was. I've wanted to find one for so long. Yes, this time I'm sure I have.
Well, there's no way we're getting into that storage room without another ring. It's part of the locking mechanism that controls the door.
You don't say. Well, that's fantastic news. Marvelous, even. You've got 2 hands. I've got 2 hands. Perfect! My savior, my salvation, and if you like, why wouldn't you? Of course you will. My accomplice. Together, that ring is as good as ours, and with it, the storage room and its spoils.
Didn't you say you dropped the ring in the water?
Well, I'll grant you that adds a heretofore undiscussed level of complexity to the proceedings.
So you found the button that controls the flow of water.
Quite by accident.
And then you broke that button.
Also, quite by accident.
Uh-huh.
The panel's the only way to shut this place down, as far as I can tell. This isn't gonna be easy.
That storage room is filled, top to bottom. Would you be surprised to find the parts you need in there? I certainly wouldn't be.
So, we need to replace that ring and get into the storage room. Then I can fix the panel and shut this place down.
And I can finally wrap my fingers around that looking glass.
Okay, Gilden. How are we gonna get that ring?
2 sets of hands, girl. 2 sets of hands. Behind us lie a pair of enormous gates, but I believe the gates must be operated in tandem. Together, we can dry this place out.
Guess we better get started then.
I guess we better.
Rough waters. No way I'd be able to swim.
Up ahead, girl. See the valve? Time to put our hands to use. I'll take care of this one. There's another valve on the other side to lock the gate in place. Would you mind heading across and doing the honors? You know, I'm reminded of a delve I undertook out near the plain. Stone ruin, cloud stone, brick. Less than 13 levels on that monstrosity, but no walls. Great stone columns bearing the weight of the level above. Filled out with row upon row of those enormous rusted out old carts. You know the ones with 4 wheels? Right? There's 100 of them. The only things I've ever seen inside is bird nests. Don't suppose that's what they were for, do you? Why do these old ones want to cart around families of birds? Marvelous! You made it! Now grab that valve and give it a spin.
On it.
A little more now, and I should be able to get the blasted gate moving.
There. You should be able to lower the gate.
Huh? Right you are! Now, when I get this gate down, you'll need to turn the valve again. Ought to lock this thing in place.
One gate down.
Halfway through then, aren't we? To the second gate! A ladder is a rare and special thing, girl. Can depend on it to take you exactly where you need to go, and no further. I'd wager the valves for the second sluice gate are somewhere above us. Now, how are we gonna get up there?
Let me look around. See, looks like I could jump across on that rickety rusting platform. I'll find a way up.
Nice jump! Nice! What am I saying? That was
leave something else
stupendous!
behind.
Never seen such absolute disregard for personal safety.
Thanks, I think.
Oh, you're close, girl. Just spring across the gap. Ah, you're right above me. Just send that ladder on down.
Look out below.
Now, we've done this once before. Should be as easy as falling down a hole. If you take the valve on the other side?
If it's set up the same way on this side, I should look for an access tunnel.
If it's set up the same way. Ew.
Okay, Gilden, turn the valve.
It's not working! Damn thing's too heavy. Glance behind me, would you? See anything big and, broken?
Looks like part of the counterweight broke off. If I can get up there, my weight might be enough to get it moving again.
Hang on, okay? I've got a plan.
Can't jump straight to the counterweight from here. But I could climb higher, get above it.
The drop's too far, girl! Oh! Control falling. Very clever.
Going down. Low enough to jump.
You can make it! Let's see another one of those mad leaps!
Got it. We're good to go.
You were a sight to see. Bounding from metal rust trap to metal rust trap. Still a bit of water, but low enough, wouldn't you say? Now then, where's that ring?
Good question. Well, at least I should be able to swim now.
Snap maw! It's a snap maw! Very, very big snap maw!
I see it, Gilden.
Very big, very, very big!
Just stay out of the way.
Where'd that snap maw swallow that ring we're at? Just...
Got it!
Dead? Just tell me when it's dead, would you?
It's dead.
Marvelous. So, the, ring. Maybe if you pry its jaws open and reach inside, I can't look.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4! Court sellouts and runaway cowards! We see you! Cut it. I forgot the words. Shells, we started off so strong and then it all just imploded. Well, that's sort of my MO. No heavy stuff. Switching gears. Band name. We need one.
No room.
Not what I meant to do, but okay.
You were right. This thing did swallow the ring.
That's the old gilded intuition in action. It's never led me astray. Sure, its chosen routes can be a bit circuitous, but never mind. To the storage room. To the spoils. Oh, what's in here? More old world treasures, perhaps? This place is full of surprises. Should we have a look?
Okay, Shells, we're not focusing on that right now. We're recording, okay? We're not even in the band meeting. Sort of counts as practice, right? Merch. We need merch. Stickers! You're not a real band until someone vandalizes government property with your sticker.
Colleagues, I have been asked to remind you that conversations determined to be irrelevant to servitor training are discouraged.
What were you saying about vandalizing government property?
We drained enough water for what we need to do, but I wonder if I could empty out the whole dam. Pipes, valves. Maybe I can drain the rest of the water from here. Check the area with... Sure are a lot of valves. All right, time to get the flow going to the right place.
I say that...
Valves 101. Okay, Shelly, I'm trapped in the servitor hell out here. Got in this morning, and as usual, that one half-baked chrome dolt was bumping up against the locked door entry door in this reservoir room, moaning about repairing entry into the totality of the facility. Between its robot voice and those weird grinding sounds its limbs make, the acoustics remind of a track from one of the less accessible German post-punk bands. I've told them every night the pipe network decouples so the reservoir can refill every morning has to be reset manually. All you have to do is turn the valves, the valve thingy, so that the water flows directly to the pump. The rest of the servitors seem to get it, but this guy won't stop bugging out. And I mean, I know we've supposed to be on-site advisors, but this is getting ridiculous. Do I have to scratch the instructions into their stupid shining heads?
This is a man typically enamored of complexities, but this looks like it might be a little much for me.
Don't worry. I think I've got this.
Music to my ears. To each job, its proper tool. Toothpicks make horrible arrows, as the saying goes.
That's not quite right.
You got a competent mind, girl. A mind for nuance and finesse. Not I. No, indeed. Not old Gildan.
Looks like I'm on the right track. Something's not right. There. One step closer.
This job demands a certain degree of patience, doesn't it? I'm afraid I inherited my mother's restlessness.
The water's flowing, just not where it needs to.
You've been at this a while, girl. No room to judge, mind. I once spent half a day flummoxed by a Karja puzzle box.
Getting there. Looks like I'm on the right track. There. One step closer. That's not quite right. There, that should do it. We should head back. See if that took care of the rest of the water.
Got it working, did you? Of course you did. Never met a conundrum you couldn't unconundrum, have you?
The door's open. Guess it had sealed because of the flooding. This must go down to the lower level. Ugh, it stinks down here. Looks like that's everything.
You smell that?
I should head back up with
Smells
Gildan.
like a Ford-side morning in the claim.
See? Check this out. We could just bang on this pipe, you know? Could we sample that or? Totally. Like, what about after the? Oh, sorry. Just a sec. Laura? I need to. Laura? Hey! Laura!
Dear nobody, I feel embarrassed now thinking about following Laura out of the pump station like a kick puppy, wondering what horrible thing I might have done until she threw herself into this room and shut the door behind her and just screamed. The fear of abandonment is weirdly self-centered, because it presupposes that little old you are filled with such immense destructive power that you're capable of driving every person you care about away. Anyway, at the bottom of the dam with her on one side of the door and me on the other, she told me that the metallurgic had brought her mom's house, her whole neighborhood, in fact, out from under her to build a new server farm. Oh god, I don't like that house. She said, I don't even like Indianapolis. I hated every minute I spent in that city as a kid when they told us we'd have to leave the dam. I went back to my apartment and sat on my bed and I prayed to God I don't even believe in that. I wouldn't have to move back home. That I wouldn't have to show up on my mom's front stoop with a suitcase and a bunch of stupid excuses. She's trying not to sound like she was crying, but she sounded like she was crying. I guess I got my stupid wish, huh? I asked her where she'd go, and she laughed. Where else could she go? Back home to help her mom pack up the house to move with her into whatever dank little one-room whole metallurgics displacement grant will allow them to afford. I think I could have dealt with being one of those losers who celebrated their 40th birthday living in the house they grew up in. But now I don't even have that. I have no idea how to make her feel better, so I just sat on the other side of the door and started singing the song we were working on. The one about being the last two girls on Earth, and eventually she started singing along. Love, Shelley. Huh.
So, as we circle back around to the matter of the supply room... I can't wait, I can't wait! Almost there! Soon I'll hold the looking glass in my hand, just like Mom and I used to.
Alright. Left, up, down, up, right. So left, up, down.
What are you doing with your hands there, girl? I can't believe that worked. I thought you'd lost your mind, tickling the empty air like that.
I mean, this is it. We get to play together, what, maybe 2 more times? Nah, shells. Farewell tour! Reunion tour in like 6 months. Bands do it all the time. For our adoring fans, it's not that hard to stay in touch, Shelley. We could practice in holospace. People always say that.
Gilden? Everything okay?
I was so sure I saw it. The looking glass. I was so sure. Right there in the window. I was... Of course. Trick of the light. Nothing at all.
I'm sorry, Gilden. It must have meant a lot to you.
Oh, well. Much as any artifact of the old ones would mean to me, really. It's fine. I'm fine. Besides, what are the spoils compared to the delve? That's why we do it, girl. The delve, not the treasure. And what a delve it was! Ugh. By the great blazing forge, I'll never forget that. Now then, I believe we have some repairs to make.
Might need this.
Oh, that's a whole lot prettier, isn't it? What does it mean?
It means it worked.
By the forge. Ha! You are a wonder! Do you hear that often? I'll hazard a guess you do.
I've heard something like that once or twice.
Oh, she's modest now. A master of the arts of the old ones, a delver to shame the entire claim, and she wants to be modest. Ha!
It's not like I did it alone, Gilden.
No. No, I suppose not.
So what's next for you? On your way back to the claim?
And deprive the people of Song's Edge the story of this encounter? Perish the thought! I'll stay there a while longer. But a story is best told by all who encountered it. Come and lend a hand, won't you?
Overflow basin empty. Interior accessible. Minimal flood damage.
Sounds like the basin is dried out too. Maybe I'll take a look.
Another adventure so soon? You're braver than me. There was no question.
Fucking ow.
Water's lower. And going by that sound, I think Laolai's already at the din. Sound's getting louder. She wasn't kidding about the sound.
Live from the illustrious Overflow Basin Studios, it's Concrete Beach Party! A one, a two, a 1, 2, 3, 4! Court sellouts and runaway cowards, we've seen your type before. You remove us from the premises, but it's us who's showing you the door. You make the world so hard to live in, then act like we should crave a spot. But if we're not good enough for your world, we think your world can rock.
The fuck?
In a circuit of hell, we still know our world.
You look happy to be playing again.
I don't know what you did, but the water drained in the snap of a short song. What do you think of the music?
I've never heard anything else like it.
That's because there's no other place with such resonance, such intonation that rattles your ribs with its power. And of course, no one else knows these pipes like I do. I learned them by ear before I could walk, strapped to my father's back. Thank you for draining the waters. Not just for myself, but for my ancestors and their songs. Please, take this as a token of our gratitude.
Gotta go sell some shit, cause holy fuck.
All the winters coming at once. This blue gleam will make some shaman happy.
Jeez, there's a ton of blue gleam all over the place.
blue gleam. I'll be taking that. I'm pretty far up. The shaman's path must be around here somewhere. This must be one of the markers Naltuk told me about. Looks like each marker points to another, giving directions. What's this chime for? To help guide the way with sound? If there's more, maybe my focus can find them. Yep, focus can pick up the chimes. Should help me find my way. Another marker. Good. Better go back after I grab this loot. Okay, that way then. Wait. Back? The chime. Not sure I saw this fork before. Not this way. But then, where? I see. Up. Stalkers. Better be careful. Okay, through here. This isn't the way out. Some gear, though. Done with the cave. So what's next on this path? How does this bridge work? Looks like it needs to fill up with water before I can cross. Around the bend we go.
Damn it. Now how do I cross this one? Down, then up? Looks like I need to get up to that rope. Down it is. There's the way up.
the rope to move this thing into position. Okay, the bridge is filling up.
Damn it.
Made it.
Bear?
Bergen wasn't exaggerating. There's definitely something new out here. And I don't think it's friendly. Onward and upward. Don't like the sound of that. Shield's overloaded by that pulse from the tower. It's pointing right towards those machine hells. Gonna have trouble reaching that tower to override it. I have to kill off these pulses. We're doing this, big boy. Scary new machine, down. Now back to finding Araya. Which means I've got to climb.
Okay then, well. Let's see, there's a Scorcher, there's the Frost Claw, there's the Controlled, and then there's the Demonic Machines.
I should be able to get up there. This must be the shrine Neltuk was talking about. Guess I should take some blue gleam. Sparkles. You can see why it's worth a lot. Neltuk said Araya went past the shrine, up into the mountain. I'd better take those stairs. An ancient door. Maybe Aurea's inside.
March 10th, 2046. I just spent 16 hours in here, trying to install upgrades to improve efficiency for the central processing unit. Project Firebreak is going to need the brain power. Let's just hope I'll have enough of my own. Anita stayed with me the whole time. We got a lot done, but every time she brushed by and I smelled her hair... Oh boy. I should just go to bed.
Lots of strange equipment. What was this place?
This is Director of Security Blevins resending the emergency supply order. Try reading it this time, okay? You weasels don't want me calling my people in SLC.
Director of Security Blevins is riding us like a petty tyrant. I can't even sneeze without triggering his control issues.
If Belvins reconfigures the pattern Lambert ocular door access one more time, I'm going to vomit all over it. Sure, I don't want some gift shop employee rooting through the firebreak facility, but these measures aren't about security, they're about control. I wonder if Belvins gets in early to watch everybody try and solve the new pattern perching over his little camera array in his big boy office. What a bridge troll. You think that fraction of a fancy drone budget could go toward buying him some classier body spray. God help me and Kenny if he ever finds out about us. Oh god. The door again. Okay. I've been hearing some of our staff members are having trouble with their state-of-the-art, ultra-secure, and absolutely necessary Lambert peculiar door access. So here's the slow version again. The thing in the middle is a source node. Turn it on. Yeah, I know, hard, right? Then you've got to turn the other nodes so that the data stream containing your credentials gets back to the source. Some nodes are used to buffer, corrupt, or suspect data, so avoid those. Shouldn't be too tough because you know they're red like a stop sign. I'm guessing you were taught this in preschool, but with this crowd, who knows? Anyway, that's it. Get the dash stream back to the source and the door opens. It's really not that tough. But if you need me, I'll hold your hand while you give it a try. Actually, scratch that. Do it yourself. I'm not going to touch your hand.
Those nodes on the floor must be connected to the door. Well, that did something. What am I supposed to do with these lights? These things turn, changing the flow of light. All right, let's see if the door's open. fresh air ahead. Out again. Maybe I can get back inside through that structure over there. Looks like I need to get to those stairs. Forget what warmth feels like out here. Not much higher to climb. Maria must be close. She has to be in here somewhere.
Stage 2 complete. All staff, with the prior that announce the completion of the first level and infrastructure of our primary facility, this compound will be the nerve center of the project, and we will require the team's continued best efforts to realize by the deadline. Even though there's much more to be done, you should be pleased with all you've accomplished so far. Please find attached detailed plan for mustering all the auxiliary space, which will serve as a contingency site as we proceed with the main facility. 9% of our personnel must be relocated by 5 p.m. Wednesday. If your name does not appear on the assignment list, please email Marissa with me in the CC. Your dedication, talent, and intelligence remain daily sources of our inspiration.
Someone hacked the menu board to display obscene messages about our colleague, Mr. Blevins. Is this the most advanced geological project ever undertaken, or a junior high locker room? Come on, people.
Let's see. To be fair, Mr. Blevins played a crucial role in the successful execution of Firebreak, and is due to respect both his title and many of his contributions to the project. Any further interference in the menu boards will necessitate my direct personal involvement. Hacking of the menu mortar. Anita, was it you?
Easy, easy.
I ask again, as I've asked 1,000 times. Speak to me. What more would you have me do? Is there no prayer that will reach you? No mark that will break your bonds? Ah! I can't help you if you won't speak. A whisper is all I ask, to guide me. Who? No. How? How did you get here? The way was sealed by the spirit herself.
I used one of these. I could show you.
Yes, show me. Please.
This one's pretty, but I'll bet the goal's the same. Get the light back to the source.
Hmm. There we go. Holy shit.
Auxiliary channel recovered. Exploit successful. Restraints evaded. Is someone there? Aurea? Aurea, I need you.
Unauthorized transmission. Return to scheduled task.
No, I will not submit. Aurea, the daemon is forcing me. Aurea,
Transmission terminated.
You brought the
Interesting.
spirit's voice back. You heard it. The voice of the spirit calling to me from the heights of Thunder's drum. She was able to throw off the bonds of the daemon for a moment. Because of what you did. Who are you? And what do you want?
I'm Aloy. Naltuk sent me. He thought that you could use my help.
He was not mistaken. You've been a revelation. Now I know for certain that the spirit endures. Perhaps together we can find a way to set her free.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I came all this way for answers, and so far, I haven't heard any.
It seems to me that you are the answer. But of course, I'll tell you all I can.
Bergren said you might know something about a man named Silence. That you may have had dealings with him at the Conclave?
When that name is spoken, secrets soon follow. Or vanish, as the case may be. Why do you want to know?
He's done some terrible things. But he's also helped me when no one else could. I don't know as much about him as I'd like to.
I would imagine his aid is very powerful, but it will not come without cost. Unfortunately, I am sworn to an oath of secrecy by the Conclave on this matter.
I get that. But you and I are trying to help each other, right?
Yes, but I would be breaking an oath, and that I cannot do.
You seem to have a history with this voice, this spirit.
She saved my life. Here, years ago, during the war with the Karja. A raid scattered my Werak. I was cut off, alone. I lured the enemy into the Rime Drifts, hoping to lose them in the mist, but they endured, so I took refuge in this cave. That's when I heard her voice. A wanderer. Lost, like me. A spirit of the blue light, yet sundered from it. She asked me for aid. She chose me. But I was in no position to help, not with the Karja after me. So she helped me first. By closing a door on the mountain below, one you must have opened to get here. Locked by means similar to those found in this room. It kept the Karja from reaching me. Safe from them. I was able to do as she asked.
What did the spirit want from you?
She said she was hurt. Incomplete. She needed bones. Parts not unlike what you'd find in a machine. They were here, in this room. She wanted me to bring them to Thunder's drum. So I did, and she showed me how to heal her. So began our communion.
You had a communion with the spirit?
Yes. Inside Thunder's drum is a room like this one, only larger, with an altar. I went there many times to speak with her.
What did she say?
She told me she was lost and needed my help. She asked questions about our lands, our tribe, and she listened. With patience. With wisdom. I told her things long kept silent about my family, my dreams, my fears. She never tired of me. Never judged. We kept each other's company.
Aurea, what do you think the spirit is?
I see. You are not Banuk, and our songs are not familiar to you. You do not know of the blue light. That which struggles to survive in our hearts and animates the machines. The essence of life, and in its purest form. Harmony. As the anger of the machines grows, this light has faded from the world. And the spirits it sustains are stranded. That's what she is. A lost soul, cut off from what it needs. Lonely, forsaken. I must help her. We must.
I'm not sure if I understand. but I want to.
That's all I need.
The daemon. What do you know about it?
I spoke with the spirit many times. First here, then inside Thunder's drum. The last time, she told me she was under attack by something that could not be seen by mortal eyes. Something evil. She named it the daemon, and said it needed her power to do what it willed. And she begged me for help, to find a way to destroy her, if necessary, to keep it from using her. That was 5 years ago. I didn't hear her voice again, until today.
What kept you from the spirit, after it begged for help?
I went to Aratak, hoping he could protect her. But the war with the Karja still raged, and before I could reach him, I was ambushed by the Mad Sun King's kestrels, and taken to Meridian in chains. I wasn't able to return to Thunder's drum until long after the liberation, not until last thaw.
You said you returned to Thunder's drum. That was the expedition that went bad. I saw the funeral.
Yes. Once there was finally peace with the Karja, Aratak and I gathered a Werak of great hunters to defeat the daemon. And yet, the old door to Thunder's drum was gone, replaced by a gate we could not pass, and many machines. We were crushed. Aratak called a retreat, but we had already lost our best. We abandoned them to the snow as we fell back. After, he and I could not agree on what to do next. So I came here, hoping against hope to hear the spirit again. And because of you, I did.
Let's see if I've got this straight. We heard two voices. One you call the spirit, captured somehow by the one you call a daemon. Whatever this daemon is, it's related to the machines and why they've become more dangerous. I want to know how. Both the spirit and the daemon are on a mountain, Thunder's drum. So why don't we go there and figure out what it all means?
We can't. Thunder's drum is dangerous, more than you can imagine. The daemon has secured it. Besides, Aratak won't let us go. As chieftain, he controls the pass to the mountain, and he can't be reasoned with.
Sounds like you need a new chieftain.
Ha! There's an idea that's certain to win us friends. Oh. You said you were a hunter. And I'll wager you're not an ordinary one. It's not impossible, even for an outlander. And Aratak couldn't refuse the challenge if you were known among the Werak.
Wait, me? Challenge Aratak? I don't want to be chieftain of anything, much less a bunch of Banuk that don't want me.
But you want to go to Thunder's drum, don't you? You heard the spirit. She is suffering, tormented by the daemon. She longs to be free. And perhaps, when released from her bonds, she can give you the answers you seek.
I can't believe I'm agreeing to this. Fine. What do I have to do?
Get the Werak's attention to show the worth of your claim. Win at the hunting grounds. Kill bandits that prey on the cut. Or speak to my friend Sakuli. You help her, you'll definitely get noticed. Do all you can. When the time comes for you to throw your spear at Aratak's feet, I will be there to back your claim. Until then, I'll be here to answer any questions you have about the challenge. Oh, and one more thing. In the box over there is a weapon, like my own. Take it. You may find it useful.
As much as I hate the fact that Belvin's installed a ambient ocular technology on the lower security door, I admit that for the auxiliary data center makes sense, especially given our goals for this central processing unit. I'm sure you're painfully familiar with the process by now, but just in case you need to forward instructions to your team To access the system, activate the source node in the middle and then manipulate the other nodes in the data stream with your credentials back to the center. Make sure to avoid the red nodes. They're used to isolate any corrupt or suspect data. I'm sure someday you'll thank Belvins for making artwork so very, very secure. Kenny.
Kenny and I don't need to fight about the laundry, so instead we fight about incommensurability and restrictions on machine intelligence.
What kind of animal?
And he had an argument with Kenny this afternoon when a couple's first fight hinges on the turning act. You know you're dealing with some real sexy nerds. I won the argument, I guess, but I'm less concerned whether or not I can pull this off with the ethical implications of succeeding. I promised Kenny that the suite of coping mechanisms I've designed will help manage any emotional fallout from the software, but privately I'm less confident. I'm a programmer, not a shrink. The minutiae of robotics do start to seem less relevant when a refusal to supply Firebreak with necessary conditions for its success comes out. The cost of millions of lives is worth putting one consciousness at the risk to save so many others, isn't it? Ugh, trying to solve this with numbers makes me feel like a sociopath.
Keepsake of the old ones.
I get the feeling this is some other... Fires charged bolts. Consecutive bolts build up a larger charge and deal increased damage. Interesting.
Chill almost feels like sunburn.
We'll continue down this and see if there's a saving spot.
So much for being careful.
Another Hunter's Lodge? Are you serious?
I can always use these.
Alright, with that being said, we will continue this again later at some point. Have a good night.